La, la, la.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are back. I mean to cut Rod off from his pre-show.
Gotta get the pipes ready, just gotta,
That's right.
lubing them up here. Gotta try them out.
I got the old Funkle mug. Gonna be a Funkle here in the near future. So it's got a little Irish coffee in it. So here we go. Before we get rolling, go ahead and kick off our intro video, and then we'll roll right into it. And
let's go.
Got a lot to talk about today, so let's go. Cheers.
It's beautiful.
All right. So before we kick off with our normal BS, we got to talk some BS ourselves, some real BS. I saw this stat on the news the other day. Homicides in Columbus up 38% this year. And it just got me thinking, like, what a bullshit world we live in now. It's like people just do whatever the hell they want to do, and there's no consideration. So this is a time for us to get on our soapbox a little bit. Just be a good fucking human, man. Like, let's not do this anymore. We got enough things going on. We got viruses killing us. We got the government damn near stomping on us at this point.
And who the hell knows what Russia's up to?
Yeah. I mean, and the aliens are going to be coming.
They're like, ooh, 36%. We don't want to go down to that shit.
Yeah. Oh, they're just out here shooting. Okay.
Yeah.
It's just what a sad time it is after this whole year. And I know there's been a lot of, whether it's social injustice or the issues with this virus or differences in political ideals and ideologies and stuff like that. So I just want to say, like, let's go into 2021. Let's not fuck this thing up. I'm sure there's going to be enough out there that wants to kill us. Let's just go in with an open mind and whole hearts and let's just do it. Like, for me, that was the worst part about 2020 was the people. Like, as shitty as that's out, like, the people were just outrageous this year. I can't think of it, which, I mean, granted, there's probably been a lot of worse times than this, but I can't think of a worse year than that I've ever experienced than this one, honestly.
Yeah, you got to wonder, too, with that crime rate going up in Columbus. It's weird because we had the quarantine and everyone's supposed to be away from each other. So that makes it kind of curious. But then you remember back when we were having all the riots and everything, too. It's like, okay, that kind of makes sense. But I don't know.
Yeah, how much of that accounts for some of those homicides and things like that. And I don't know. But the other thing, too, is, we're rolling into the New Year's. That's coming up on Friday. Thursday night, Friday morning. Everybody always kind of has their resolutions, and I kind of want to offer a little bit of I'm not much of a resolutions guy, but set a goal. Like, for me, this was the thing that I kind of wanted to pour myself into. This became my hobby. This is what I enjoyed. This is what I love doing. Like, I love trying to get people to laugh, get on here and tell stupid ass stories about how a guy in San Francisco is walking around with his dick out. He did have a sock on.
I actually told that story to my stepsister who's in town.
Yeah.
She goes, yeah. San Francisco's like the butthole of California. So
it is. They had like poop patrol. Like, they had
yeah,
helping clean the homeless people who shit off the streets. Like,
And from what I hear, it's from what she was telling me anyway, that it's completely different than what San Diego is. It's like complete opposites.
San Diego is beautiful, and that's the thing.
Yeah.
There's probably an equal amount of homeless people there because it's so warm.
Hmm.
But you don't have any of the same issues that you do in San Francisco. They just run wild out there, man. But so that's kind of what I want to get to is, if there's something that you think you want to do, like, listen, if it doesn't make you famous or rich or anything like that, we're not making shit off of this. But go do what you love. Like, go do that thing that you kind of have your eyes set on, and don't let anybody tell you can't do it. Like, I started watching this YouTube video today about how to successfully do this, that, and the other with your podcast. I'm like, yeah, fuck this guy. Like, what? Okay, you got successful. That's not the only formula for how this thing works. Okay, so go. If it's unconventional how you get there, who gives a damn? Just go do it.
And a lot of people too, they see like podcasts and stuff, the big ones and everything, and they think like Joe Rogan's podcast. They think, oh, he just probably started a podcast and he was huge. No, not at all. Like, he's had to grind at it,
If you go back, I mean, he's been doing it for like 10 years. Like, just nobody knows about it because it was such a podunk operation to begin with, and to see what it's kind of unfolded into now. I watched because Spotify puts the videos up too for Joe Rogan's podcast. So I went back and watched the first ever episode of his.
6 minutes and 48 seconds in.
I went back and watched the first episode of his, and it is. I mean, granted, the technology isn't the same as what it was back then either. So, but it's just him and one other dude with a piss poor like audio quality, and I mean, they're just talking. They're doing what you and I are doing now. They're picking topics and they're just having at it.
Hell, you can even see the transformation of technology if you go back and watch some of our first videos.
Oh, I know. It was, well, first of all, our understanding of the technology, and second of all, our ability to actually buy said technology as well kind of came into play. But
yeah, life's short. Get to it. I mean, and don't expect, you're going to succeed right away. It's shit. When I got out of the military, I thought I was going to med school. Found out the GPA was way too high for me. Readjusted fire, and I'm doing all right, So, you can do it. It may not be, your exact plan, but as long as you're striving to improve yourself, eventually you're going to catch a break, and it's going to be for the better. So,
and that's another thing too. I mean, you can even apply that thought process to what we're doing now. I mean,
yeah.
To us, this is success. Now, I mean, we're getting a couple of hundred views and stuff, and it's successful. But it's all about growth. I mean, as long as that's the thing is, we've had a couple dips here and there, but as long as you're on an up and up, and it's something you want to do, grind it out, sit through the lows, get through it, and it's going to be so much rewarding on the other side.
And for us too, I mean, it's like you said, this isn't about for us making money or anything. We originally started this just because we wanted to bullshit, and we wanted, and now it's for us to stay in touch, talk weekly bullshit, and with 3 or 4 of our closest followers.
So I would like to point out throughout these episodes, we can see live comments, whether it's Facebook or YouTube. So if you got something to say, drop us your New Year's resolutions. Tell us what you guys want to take place in 2021. And
share it. Yeah, I'm sharing the video.
Turn your volume off, you stooge.
I'm amateur hour over here. What am I doing?
Okay, so while you're sending the episode into a screeching halt here, let's get into our first question so we can get this thing rolling. Okay, would you rather live a really long time but always look old? Like, you come out of the womb, Benjamin Button, but you don't reverse age, you just stay old? Or be gorgeous and only live till you're like 30?
How old are we talking? How old are you talking?
120.
120, but you're ugly. Oh, that's like playing life on hard.
Isn't it though? We're in such a
Yeah.
sex sells. Anybody tells you otherwise, they go fuck themselves because
You know what? I'd rather be, old age because there's someone out there who's going to be like, you know what? He's got a young soul. He may look 75, be 25, but his heart is always 21.
it just yeah. There's gonna be a weird dynamic like when you're in your early 20s and you're going out, whether it's like bars or clubs or something, and you look like you're ancient. So keep that in mind. But yeah, you could always play on that. Like, man, you're sprinting like a well, maybe like a 5'2", but you're sprinting for a 70-something-year-old looking fella, and then they just go, oh damn. You go to play a pickup game of football and you just dominate some people. You join the rugby team, and you look 75, and it's like they're looking at your birth certificate, your waivers, and everything. And they look at your birthday and they're like, fuck.
So I'm going to ask the question. All right. Do you get all the medical stuff with being old? Like, do I have to take a blue pill or is it everything functional?
Well,
It's tricky. Because if you just look old, you can still work out and everything. And you see some of these bodybuilders that are in their 70s, you're like, damn, it's good looking 70-some-year-old.
But
Hmm?
So to add to that, okay, let's
throw a wrench in your plans. Yes.
But let's say, okay, so if you look old, let's just say you at least accept the physical attributes. Maybe not necessarily the health issues,
Yeah.
but the physical attributes. So you're probably hurting all the time.
Oh, that kind of puts a damper on
Back
things.
sore, your knee hurts, shit like that. Like,
Huh. Yeah, I'm still going with the old age thing. Give me 120 years, see what I can do with it.
Here's the thing. I'm 28 now. I already feel that way, so I'm going to feel that way for my whole life and live longer. And I see, but I don't know because
in 2 years you're done, buddy.
And with how wild this year was, do I want more of these? You run the risk of being in these situations more often, I guess, is the only problem.
Can't keep a good man down.
But here's the thing. Say you live for a really long time. Pick something and perfect that craft.
Yeah.
By the time you're, X amount of years old, then if, say you live until you're 120, 150, somewhere in there. By the time you're 60, you could have something nailed down. And you still, that's middle age in that case.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I read. So, read an article. The average, in I think 1990 or 1960, the world population was growing by 2.1% every year, and by 2100, it's supposed to only be growing by 0.1% per year. That's right.
Thank you for all those time travelers that can hear us. Thank you for stop doing the nasties. We are well overpopulated. That's why. Is that a good thing or is that a bad thing? So is this as a result of some post-apocalyptic thing? Like, are there only so many people left?
Let's see. This is what you got to think about.
Real quiet place situation where you probably don't want to have kids in those scenarios,
That's right. Kids are loud.
Kids are loud.
Yeah.
That was an astonishing movie. Like the opening scene, that kid just gets swooped away.
There's a second one coming out.
Mm-hmm.
The second one of that, no, was it Bird Box?
Yeah, I'm interested in that. I think it'll be better now that they've kind of developed that they're in that school of the blind. The first one was good. We started to rewatch it, and it kind of keeps you on the edge of your seat. I will admit, it was a little overhyped, but by the way, I saw the new Wonder Woman movie,
and
I didn't love it. It was good,
yeah, all right.
but I didn't love it.
Hmm.
It was just kinda, there wasn't a ton of action to it until the very end. Now I think that like the action scenes toward the end were pretty good. I like the premise. I think it's a little hokey, but I mean it is a comic book, so take that with a grain of salt, I suppose. Um, but I mean they're already slated to make the third one, so they must be doing.
Oh yeah, I mean they cashed in on the first one. They're like, oh, all right, make a bunch of money. We'll just keep making these.
Yeah. By the way, got this shirt for Christmas. It says, "Please cancel my subscription to your issues." Right. So you're going live a long time, but look ugly. I think I'm going the opposite route, man. I'm gonna cash in, make a bunch of money off my beauty, and then my family will be set up after.
Hey, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Then it also raises the question, though. Another reason to live longer is to see how far technology really kind of advances. Because by then, who knows? Maybe you could live longer than that, and they could make you pretty again.
You did read the questions. So we talk about the new game came out, Cyberpunk 2077, right?
Oh yeah. Yep, that's the one.
And you want to explain the premise? I don't know too much about the game. But.
It's you're pretty much a mercenary in the future. Wow, it's all me. Cool. Yeah, you're pretty much a mercenary in the future. In 2077, everyone has replaced some part of their body with some sort of cyberware. Either it be like the optics, your eyes, to make them better, do certain things. Even like your integumentary system, your heart, stuff like that, you can replace with machinery.
What system?
Integumentary system.
What's that?
It's the like your the cold fighting thing, right? Yeah, that one.
All right, take it away.
I feel like I was trapped into that one. But yeah, so the whole premise is you're a mercenary, and but I think the interesting part of this is the cybernetics and how, like, are we close to that?
I don't think we are.
No?
I don't know. They're doing a lot of like bioengineering and prosthetics and stuff. So I mean, you can get a mechanical hand that actually with your thoughts and nerve endings. So I don't. But so let's say we are close, but is it ever? I mean, are we going to get it to the point where it can be weaponized? I mean, I imagine the military probably has something that they're not going to share with us, but
I'm sure there are a lot of things, and especially if you look back through history of things that we have now that are luxuries that were probably originally designed to be weapons.
Like, well, not necessarily a luxury, but like laser pointers were probably probably
stuff like that.
Now, guess what? Cats fuck with them all the time.
Yeah, I was about to say my cats are like, this motherfucker's spitting fire.
Say it louder for the people in the back. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think we'll ever have anything with like optics, but even that they're coming out with contact lenses.
Contact lenses, you can do that stuff with, and I think we need a better understanding of like how neurons work and stuff like that. Like once they figure out the brain and like how everything works in there, no doubt, sure. Because if we can do a head transplant, they'll figure it out from there.
Well, Derek Shepard's dead, so I don't know who the next guy up is to solve those issues.
They should have brought him. They should have killed him. The show went to shit after Derek died.
It probably. I mean, it went to shit before that, but yeah, that's. But you got the right idea. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it really boils down to the science behind the neurons, not necessarily the technology, because I think the technology to make it is there.
Hmm.
It's just understanding how to mate the two, and to a degree, we've done that. But even still, like you watch some of the videos, it's very like chunky. Like the movements are very like they're
Oh
robotic.
yeah, yeah.
They're very robotic, and the intention is for them to not be at some point. You know what I mean?
What was it? There have been several experiments to where people have like taken heads off dogs or something like that and put them on other dogs. So some dogs will have like two heads and shit like that. I'm gonna have to relook those up. But later episode, I'm gonna bring those up. Yeah, yeah.
I don't know about that. Okay, all right. Now, are you able to share your screen on your end? You don't. Don't try to figure it out now,
You can see my screen.
dude. Because maybe we'll have you find the video, or if there is a video, or if somebody wants to submit the video for us, a link for the video.
I don't know if it's a video. I think it's an article, but same thing.
You can also pay to get your pet cloned.
Wow,
Mhm.
really?
That's a real thing. Yeah, you can pay to get your pet cloned.
All right. So if we can clone a pet, can I clone myself? Would you clone yourself?
You maybe not you.
Oh,
Would I clone myself? I don't know. Did it? What was that show that Paul Rudd did? Did you
oh,
Living with
no.
Myself or something like that?
I don't think we fully watched it. No, but it was good. Yeah.
It was good, but the clone basically took over his life.
Mhm.
That would be my fear. Is I'm kind of trapped in this like weird triangle situation. But just think of the endless opportunities, man.
What if your clone?
Take turns going to work every day.
Yeah, yeah. What if your clone was just you, but the best? Grammy. But with the best, like the best traits you could possibly have. Like your ultimate potential is the clone. I feel like eventually the clone will just phase you out, murder you.
Ooh. I don't know about another Mac running around. That actually seems like a terrible situation to be in.
And there's two shits on the floor.
Yeah, yeah, that would not actually solve anyone's. But no, I do like the idea of being able to clone. I'm just screwing around with stuff, man. I do like the idea of being able to clone animals. I don't think cloning people would be great because, again, the world's already overpopulated as it is, and I think the wrong people would be cloned. Think about all the rich people that are rich for no good reason.
Mhm.
Kardashians. If they get a hold on this sort of technology, cloning technology, no, I can't. On cloning technology, then I think our lives would be all but over. But listen, if I could bring Night back, man, you best bet.
That's right.
That's our boy. Speaking, well, kind of changing back to the whole New Year's thing, hanging out the day after New Year's.
That's right. That's right.
Drink a lot of Pedialyte. Drink a lot of Pedialyte.
Working on it.
Cruising. Make sure you're drinking your Pedialyte, everybody. Make sure that you're being safe. Don't go out and do anything stupid. Don't drive drunk.
Yeah, that'd be it.
Don't. I saw this TikTok and it says, "All right, everybody, it's like this for New Year's: 3, 2, 1, Jumanji." You got to shout it when the game's over, man. So hopefully this year is being able to shout Jumanji. Which, by the way, My lovely, lovely girlfriend Megan got me a Jumanji board game that we will be playing the day after.
Delightful.
So the start of 2021 might be pretty aggressive. We'll see. We'll see.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, you don't know. You just don't know. Graham, that's for you. Got the old peppermint Maddie back up for you. I think that might be the permanent one. Matty Ice seems to kind of have gone by the wayside. I think Peppermint Maddie's kind of in full swing. It's usually just a holidays kind of thing, but
Well, when you say Matty Ice, everyone thinks of Matt Ryan, and they just think you're a loser. So
yeah, that's true. They just think. Nah, I wish. By the way, I have finally seen Pedialyte has been putting out an adult geared. Now I think it's more for like if you have diarrhea and stuff, and you need to replenish your electrolytes. But it's a step in the right direction, you know.
So if you drank and then went to Taco Bell, you had Taco Bell that night, that's for you.
Yeah.
That's
Just call it what it is, Pedialyte. I would love for Pedialyte. Not yet. Not yet. Maybe it's in the works, you know. We're on the up and up. We'll see where
we'll figure it out.
All right. Let's get into our second question here. Would you rather permanently live in a theme park or permanently live in a zoo? By the way, I always have my notes up. I just have a tripod sitting here.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's tough.
A zoo. Gotta be a zoo. I'm not a big fan of roller coasters anyway, so.
I'm not either. But I also have to think like in terms of smelling that smell all the time. I mean, I guess if you go to certain parts away from that, there's like dining parts of the zoo. I suppose you could go by the shops or something. But I feel like a theme. Say if it's just a theme park, like Disney's a theme park.
Let's say
there's so many places you could roam in Disney, though.
Let's say Cedar Point or the Columbus Zoo.
Columbus Zoo for sure.
Yeah, see, right? That's what I'm thinking of. Now, if it was Disney, that's to an extreme. I'm like, well, yeah, Disney, but Disney's kind of like if that's an option, I'm taking it. But if not, getting a zoo. You live there forever. You get to hang out with the animals.
So we have a good friend, Hondo. I want to get him on the show one day.
That would be delightful.
He is currently a zookeeper in the Fort Worth Zoo, and he sends me Snapchats all the time, just like feeding hippos and rhinos and stuff. I'm like, I get to travel a lot for my job, and that's cool, but that is fucking awesome.
You think when he comes on, he can just have like a toucan just on his shoulder? Just.
I don't know what kind of pull he has. However, that is a question we'll ask prior to having him on the show. If not, he will be donning his Bobby Boucher jersey that I got him before he left, and exclusively acting as Bobby Boucher on the show. So hopefully we can also make that happen. Bobby Boucher as a zookeeper.
Oh, I'm so glad I pointed that out at some point.
I know. By the way, the head shape of Adam Sandler, spot on. Mace, if you happen to catch this portion, we think our good buddy Hondo could also play you in a movie. You wanted Adam Sandler. We may have a fill-in for Adam Sandler, a very, very real possibility to get him to star as you in a movie. So think about it. We'll get him on. You be the judge, Mace. We'll see what we can do. We'll make a short film as him as Bobby Boucher. He probably doesn't watch. I don't know. But yeah, I think that would be cool. It would be cool if you get to interact with the animals. If you don't, kind of just like a shithole, really.
Well, I mean, if you're living there, who's going to tell you can't interact with them at night?
That's a good point. Unless this is like we got ourselves a real Split situation. Did you see Split with James McAvoy?
Yeah.
He has like 20-something different personalities, and he lives under the zoo.
I don't remember him living under the zoo. Yeah, I remember the personality.
Let's see. He was like a 6-year-old. He was
some old lady.
Old lady.
Yeah.
Wild. some guy with like OCD. It was a wild. I didn't really like the ending where it's there's a beast. There's a 20-something personality and it's a beast and it goes around and kills people for sport.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought about watching that movie. It's what's it called, like Shatter or something like that, with all like their team up movie or whatever it was with.
Glass.
Yeah, Glass. That's what it was. Yeah, I thought about seeing it, but heard it wasn't too good.
So no, it wasn't. The fight scenes were garbage. It was the same. They meet each other like 3 times throughout the movie, and the fight scenes are exactly the same every time they meet, and they were very uneventful. Very uneventful. Don't waste your time. By the way, this will get us shut down, I'm sure, but I still have a beef with Google because I lost. I had so many movies. I know I bring this up all the time. I had so many movies, and then I couldn't transfer them from one account to another. So when they canceled my school account, it was just I pleaded with the school. I'm like, please just leave it open. Like, it's one email account. Like, it's not gonna bug you guys to leave this one open. Just leave it open. You're like, see you later, pal. Bye bye. Hundreds of dollars of movies. I had all the Harry Potters. Listen, get on Google. I will say this though, get on Google Play and buy the bundle and save, and you can get like 3 or 4 movies for like $30-$40. So something to think about.
Dude, I got my Amazon Prime. I've got so many movies on there, it's unreal.
That's the thing with Amazon Prime is you can't download them to watch them offline.
You can download them on your phone.
Can you?
I'm pretty sure you can. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I'm pretty sure you can.
Not my experience.
Seems fucky.
Yeah. What do you? All right. Let's get into our next question. Ooh, which act would you like to be in a circus?
Sword swallower.
You've already been doing it. You've been perfecting that craft for the past 3 years now, I guess. Sword swallower. Damn you.
How's that not the first thing that comes to mind?
I don't know, man. I was thinking something cool. I mean,
like what? Fucking tossing the ball to the seal so he can.
Trapeze.
Okay, first of all, no.
Strongman. Wouldn't you like to be the strongman? What are they called? The rondabust or whatever?
Listen, I'm going with my current talent. All right, I'm not able to be no strongman right now. It trapeze is out of the question. Ain't no one catching my fat ass from a trapeze.
What about ringleader? You could have just been the ring, or like a lion tamer. Ooh, that's a good one.
Oh yeah, that is a good one. Yep. Then I tried to pet the cat, and I ended up dying. It just wouldn't work out.
Or you could be one of the 50 clowns that gets out of like a Volkswagen Beetle.
Hey, there you go. How did they fit all in there?
That's a good question. What's the trick behind that? Do you think they actually cram in there? Is there some like secret compartment?
Probably a trap door underneath. They can just.
They actually just like push it with their feet, so like all the underneath is just extra storage, and there's just like there's a hole for like 4 people to just like Flintstone it and drive it around the thing. It beep beep. They got a little face on there and everything. That's brilliant. Yeah. So you want to be a sword swallower?
Oh, I mean, what else? What else you got? You got something better?
Stick to what you know. I have about 6 This is which act would you like to be? Not which act.
Okay.
Sword swallower.
The trapeze would be cool if I was able to do it. I just think like a Houdini act or something like that, where you hang me upside down, handcuffed, and a tub of water. Wish I had the balls to do that. I don't.
Yeah. How do you learn that you can do that? Do you do it just in a tank first with no water, and then you just progress from there?
I feel like there's a lot of like gimmicks. It's probably really easy to take off the cuffs, something like that. You know what I mean?
There's a movie called The Prestige with Hugh Jackman and Christian Bale.
Gotta watch it.
And it is probably, it might be number 10 but it might be in my top 10 favorite movies because he basically so Christian Bale's character. And
Mhm.
I'm just gonna fucking spoil it because it's early 2000s I think is when
Yeah, yeah, it's all. It's all.
uh, so Christian Bale's character finds a doppelganger of himself, and he does these magic tricks using a doppelganger, using a double,
Hmm.
but it is so ingrained in his life that him and the double take turns living each other's lives, basically. Like the one guy, his finger gets blown off, so the other one has to break that his finger off at that part,
Oh
like
God.
at that knuckle. And all this time, Hugh Jackman's character is thinking like, there has to be like, how is he doing this? How is he doing this? How is he doing this? And his teacher is basically like, it has to be a double. There's no way it's not a double.
Hmm.
No, 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 no. So he goes out and he reaches out to Nicholas Tesla, who builds him this machine that basically it creates a copy of him, and he ends up his conscience is transported to wherever the copy goes, basically. So the one that is still in the machine is basically like a dull copy of him with not the same conscience. So he kills that one time and time again to do the act. It like the machine lights up, a trapdoor drops, they drown that one, that copy, and he is transported somewhere else in the theater. And he just continuously does this over and over and over, and it finally like catches up to him, and
Oh shit.
it's a fucking wild movie, man.
That sounds crazy.
It is really, and I'm not doing it justice the way I'm describing it, but the Prestige. Go see that movie. It's a good one. You'll have to see it. Speaking of magic acts and all that shit. By the way, I'm still on it. I'm still on The Greatest Showman. It is a fantastic movie.
I haven't watched it.
It's a musical kind of movie.
Mm.
I love it. Fuck you, you uncultured here, guy.
Musical.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it is really good, and they do pretty good. Hugh Jackman's. I'm a big Hugh Jackman guy, um, so we're at a good point where we're not interrupting too many people. We'll go ahead. We'll talk about our current sponsor, our CBD Brothers USA. They are partnering with us still to do our. Let's see if I can pull it up here. This is the beauty. So we both got new microphones, and I can actually use my mouse with this. So things are gonna go a little bit smoother here as we're doing this. But like I said before, it's the perfect stocking stuffer. Um, they have the salves. It's the pain management that's not going to affect you in the long run. Those acetaminophen and the whatever the Tylenols, all those anti-inflammatories, pain relief medications, they're going to catch up to you. It's going to, over time, it's going to cause liver damage, kidney damage, things like that that they don't really explain all that well going into it. Now I know there's certain ones like Bayer there's various doses and things like that, but you can eliminate any of those potential side effects altogether. CBD Brothers USA. Uh, Make sure you're checking out their products. You can go to cbdbrothersusa.com. We are still running our promotion. Idiots on Mike. Idiots on Mike. No, idiots on Mike. All one
That's
word.
right.
Type that into your coupon code, 25% off and free shipping. If you're local, like we are in the Columbus area, you can go and if you want, go pick it up. Go pick it up.
Yep.
Have a conversation with our good friend Steve Caswell. He absolutely schooled us on what CBD is able to do for your body. I mean, we are now because Tommy wanted to beat the length of that episode. It is now our second longest episode. He informed us so much on what CBD can do for the human body and the positive effects. And he also explained that the difference with the THC and things like that, how it's THC free, so you don't have any of those effects. It's not gonna. There's no psychoactive drug involved. It's strictly for
Mm-hmm.
anti-inflammatories and things along those lines. However, there are certain in it that can boost your mood. The tinctures, if you do the tinctures, those could be beneficial for your mood as well. So take a look at those. Again, CBDbrothersusa.com. Code idiots on Mike, 25% off and free shipping.
And here's another thing too. If all I ask is that if you do use the code, go ahead, go to CBD Brothers USA, leave them a Google or a Yelp review, leave them a review, let them know how well they're doing, because as much as they're helping people and everything like that, it's nice to kind of get back to the guys that are just trying to help people. I'm gonna leave a review for them. They're just phenomenal people. Product's great.
I left a review for them, and like I said, I'm basically preaching everything that I just preached now. And
Yep.
If you're on the fence about it, go talk to them, call them, something, because
listen to our previous episode with Steve Caswell. It's phenomenal. I mean, I got everything I need to know. And the crazy thing is, there's a ton more information he didn't dive into. So
I know.
I mean,
he was like, "Oh, I can go on and on." It's like, Steve, we're an hour in. We haven't even started our questions. Let's maybe curb it for next time.
Steve, this is a podcast, not an audio book, but we know a guy. We'll hook you up.
Yeah. We're not publishing anything yet, but we're on our way. No, it is awesome, and you saw the shirt that I had pulled up. We're still running the Idiots Against Cancer promotion. If you go to our Bonfire store, you can go on there and purchase the shirt, and all the proceeds from the shirt go directly to the the American Cancer Society branch in Ohio. So we've sold about 4 or 5 shirts so far. I want to sell a lot more, so make sure you're going on.
Let's do it.
There's a variety. There's hoodies, t-shirts, long sleeves, sweaters. There's a couple different female fit options. There's razorbacks. So make sure you're going on, checking it out, and anything we can do, again, to send those proceeds to the American Cancer Society, we want to be able to do that.
I'm working on getting my summer bod ready. So is there a Speedo option?
No, there's not a Speedo.
No? Oh, all right.
Here's what we can do. We can make a mask, and you can wear that as just a little ball flap if you'd like.
That'd be great. That'd be great. So air my cheeks out a little bit.
Yeah. Another one we are starting to run before we move past all this. Just got this one up today, so make sure you're checking it out. This is I really enjoy doing these, by the way. You can get our newest shirt, again, multiple different options. Pop top and tune in with Idiots on a Mic.
Oddly clever. Proud of you.
What do you mean oddly clever? See,
that's just fantastic. I gotta, the push-pull method. I gotta give you a compliment and then insult you a little bit, keep you interested.
Yeah, it's like last episode where you were like, "Oh yeah, by the way, I really appreciate all you're doing and everything, but you're not the talent. You're a big piece of shit. You're merely just a pawn in this entire game."
All right, the viewers know. All right, they know.
They do. So let's get into our next question.
Ooh.
If someone narrated your life, who would you want to narrate it?
I mean, Morgan Freeman, of course.
Nah, come on.
No, that's like the best. That's like, that's the best. Or the guy who does like the National Geographic stuff. You know what I mean?
David Attenborough.
Yeah. That would be great.
Yeah. All the time in the apartment. Yeah. That would be a good one. I thought about that. I thought Matthew McConaughey, I think, would be awesome to have.
Yeah.
But Jeff Goldblum.
I should have thought about that more. Yep. If you haven't seen The World According to Jeff Goldblum, you are missing out on a piece of life that you need. And it was one of the best, probably the best thing to come out of 2020. All right. If it came out then, I think it did.
It really was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, at least that's when we started watching. Well, Disney Plus didn't come out until this year. Right?
You know what? If your 2020's been shit, watch some World According to Jeff Goldblum, and your entire year will get a little better. He is just a hidden gem that
he's a national treasure.
Yes, that's it. Yep.
He is a national treasure. But I only want him to tell the story. Like, I want him to narrate my life. Clint Eastwood, that's a good one. Like Gran Torino Clint Eastwood, though.
Yeah.
Talks through his teeth the entire time and is just like really shitty about it.
Dude, that movie's kind of sad at the end.
Isn't it though?
Right? You're like, oh man, he was just reaching for his wallet.
Oh, that's a good one, Ryan Reynolds. See, but I want them to assume their personality in telling my story. I think Ryan Reynolds would be a good one because you just add a little bit of flair to it. Like, let's see what this fucking idiot's about to do. And he tripped and fell again.
Or why is the name escaping me? Chris Pratt.
Oh, that's a good
Chris Pratt.
That's a good. Chris Pratt would be good. He is. I mean, granted, I haven't heard much about him lately. I don't know if he's working on filming something or what, but
probably Jurassic Park 3, right?
Probably. He caught a lot of flack at. Yeah, probably. That's a good point. If I had to guess. Well.
You sound like we have him like on personal DM, like in a group chat. Like
yeah.
He hasn't talked to us in a while. He's been kind of worried about him.
Let me check my text messages. Chris.
Oh, hey Chris. Sorry, I had you muted. I don't know.
Yeah, my bad. He's been more on the phone. I don't know if we're totally there, but yeah. By the way, if you think I'm not clipping this to try to tweet out to Chris Pratt, that would be a really good one because he is so quick-witted and some of the BS with on the fly and telling my story, he would make my life actually interesting to where it's just like, oh my god, here's this fat fuck sitting on the couch eating Doritos again. Like, get it together, man.
What was the that joke he told back at you know which one I'm talking about? You got to do it. You tell it better than I do. You got to.
Are you talking about the one that he did on the outtakes? So it was the outtakes of Parks and Rec. I think this is probably the third. This might be the third time on our show that I've done this. It was on the outtakes of Parks and Rec, and Amy Poehler's character is talking about, oh, everybody loves a good comeback story, like Nelson Mandela and such and such person. And Chris Pratt goes, Kim Kardashian? Straight face, just absolute straight face. Kim Kardashian? And we're like, well, I don't think that's really... And he goes, no, I'm pretty sure in that video she gets cum on her back. And everybody just fucking loses it. That's the kind of energy I want narrating.
Exactly. I think we've settled on Chris Pratt.
That's a hard toss-up between Jeff Goldblum and Chris Pratt.
Yeah, no.
I feel like if you've ever heard an interview with Paul Rudd, I think Paul Rudd would be one. I think his mind just works so quickly that he like stumbles over his words a lot and he stutters a lot, and that is also the exact energy that my life kind of portrays. To where it's, I mean, he's very funny. Paul Rudd's very quick-witted as well. But I was listening to 10 Questions with Kyle Brandt, and he's just before he actually answers, I'm like, good Lord, man, get it together.
I feel like Paul Rudd's humor and Paul Rudd is like his personality is like a PG version of what Chris Pratt's personality is.
Yeah, that's
like I feel like it's almost the same, except one's cleaner than the other.
But you also think about the movies that Paul Rudd's been in, like Role Models, This Is 40, and things like that. He's done some raunchy scenes or roles, but I think every day Chris Pratt is probably the go-to.
And for our latest comment, Perry talking about Ryan Reynolds being the guy that narrates his life, the guy who as Deadpool, I think the perfect person for his life would be. I know a lot of people have never seen it, but there's this guy who like commentates like every Pittsburgh Steelers game ever. It's called Pittsburgh Dad on YouTube. One of the funniest things. I don't even like the Steelers, but he's one of the funniest guys when it comes to football and stuff like that. And just check him out, and that would be the guy that would commentate his life. He knows what I'm talking about, and he's gonna fucking love it.
That I was trying to think of like off the wall, like the Hawk, the old White Sox announcer. If you've ever heard like you can put it on the board, yes, that would be a fun one to have.
Oh, what about like one of those Hispanic soccer announcers? Go!
It would never be goal if they're narrating my life, though. They'd be like, no! Once again, he did something stupid. But they say that in Spanish, and then they just get really like long-winded about it in the aftermath. But
Jeff Goldblum sitting over there. Yes, he enters the room yet to make another mistake. Interesting. He keeps making the same mistake.
Yes, he once again forgot why he walked into that room.
It is a mystery to us all.
I would want Mama Steele doing her Will Ferrell impression, narrating my life, because it would just be her every time going, idiot!
Never heard it, but I need it, and I think our viewers need it.
Next time you see it, next time you see her.
We'll just give her a few margs, and we'll record her doing it, and boom, put it in the intro.
Bada bing, bada boom. Put it in the intro. That would be, honestly, we'll see what we can do. All right, on to our next question. Just a couple left here. If there were commandments for the modern world, what would some of them be?
Oh God! I got nothing for this one. I must have skimmed over this one. I don't even.
Oh, you just. So, for those of you just listening, my good friend and coworker Joe Schulte decided to chime in saying "Happy New Year, window washer," because
he is a fellow window washer and he knows the rigors of window washing.
He engineers window washing equipment. So, from me to you, Joe, for your New Year's, go fuck yourself.
And just a tip, Joe, please keep nagging him about being a window washer. It lightens up my day, and I know it just lightens up his.
Yeah, I really enjoy it. Tommy put in the group Snapchat with Mike and I. He sends a Snapchat. He was at like a bar or something. He's like, "Oh, these windows are dirty." I gave him contact information. By the way, he's down in Florida wearing his Gusty Town Bears shirt, and I could not be more thrilled. My Cheers shirt comes in tomorrow. So, and for those of you who have ordered anything off of Bonfire, it is a long process, especially now with things kind of being halted in shipping. Thanks for staying with it. It did not get lost. It's just we run a promotion for 2 weeks basically, and then after that they start to print the shirts, and then they still have to print them, package them, and ship them. So it's a lengthy process, but from what I've seen so far, everything's been turning out great, which I'm grateful for. I've got a couple things coming in. Yeah. My Cheers shirt comes in. I got a mug, and I got another shirt coming in. So I will be ordering the Idiots Against Cancer shirt. Make sure you guys are getting that. I'll be ordering that next week sometime. So Joe does design the squeegees.
I don't know who this Facebook user is, but I like it.
I'm with the fact that they chimed in with Clint Eastwood. I'm guessing it's Papa Steele, and he just didn't share his name with us this time. So he's trying to go incognito. We're on
he blocked me after our last hug.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's because he gave him the little reach around.
It was a tickle fight, and he lost.
By the way, I heard that the cat absolutely loves him. Is that because they share similar personality traits?
Well, I think he was probably orange at some point, and she's orange. So, yeah, I think that was it. He had the whole grumpy look going on too. He's sitting back there, he's like,
yeah.
And the cat just comes up and stands. He's like, cat's like, yes, you also hate people.
We have that in common. Would you like to take over the world with me? I have plans.
What's our plan today, Pinky? Same thing it is every day. Take over the world.
So, Joe, I'm glad you said that, by the way. We appreciate that. Cheers to you. And we've said this a few times throughout the past couple shows. Share our videos. That's what allows us to keep doing the things we're doing. Get on Facebook, share our videos. Go check it out on YouTube. Put the link up. Put the YouTube link up. That's an opportunity for us to reach a broader audience and keep this thing rolling, and hopefully be able to give you guys again better sounding quality, better looking quality things. So we appreciate that, Joe. Thank you.
And for every person like Joe who loves the show, there's at least 2 to 3 people within that people that they know who would also enjoy the show. And that's who we want to reach. We want to reach people, especially as shitty years it's been. We want to give some laughs, all that good stuff. So just share the video, and some people like it, some people don't. If they don't, oh well, scroll past it and you'll be fine. Bada bing, bada boom. But thank you for tuning in.
Let's go back to our original question, though. Commandments for the modern world. Thou shalt not argue on social media. Can that be like? Listen,
thou shalt not troll on social media. How about that?
Well, here's the thing: Bryce, if you're listening, we haven't talked about. Let's check in on our good friend Bryce and see how he's doing, because the FBI has stopped bothering us because we have not mentioned his name in a few goes. So we figure we'll bring him back up. Oh, look at that! We got 50 something concurrent viewers right now because the how wild is that? No, but it's. You have to know that people are baiting you into terrible conversation. And they're just trying to piss you off. And that's the thing is, it's so easy to do. People get so offended by little things like that. Like some guys sitting back on cracking a cold one, basically like we're doing now, except we're not trying to piss people off. And he or she is just having a good time bringing you into an argument that means nothing to them. So just
and you end up typing a 4-page essay, and everything, and then they come back with, "Oh, you spelled this wrong, you idiot."
and it's
like, okay,
it's just a snowball effect, and you're so mad for no reason. You're so mad for no reason. And I've been there. Like I put out this tweet, and so I followed Pat McAfee on Twitter. It was early in the college season. They were talking about that Wisconsin quarterback. And they played Illinois, and he did really well. He was like 14 of 15 for X amount of yards, whatever. And
well, it's Illinois, so.
And that was my point. So I was just like, hey, let's see how he does against a real defense. I understand that there may be some hype around him. It is still an excellent performance. Don't get me wrong. And this dude was just like shot out of a cannon. Well, all right, listen here. First of all, I know what hyperbole is, and Pat's being a little, he's exaggerating. I'm like, dude, you know what hyperbole is? So does every 4th grader. Congratulations. It's one of those things like, why are you taking a shot at me, man? I'm just trying to spark a little conversation here. Eat a dick, that guy, if you're listening.
Yeah. But continue to tune in.
Yeah. Thank you. No, I think all of the commandments in the modern world be exclusive to social media. Honestly, I really think it would. Listen, First of all, the people who tweet that their 3-year-old said some elaborate thing, it's like,
Yeah.
oh, blessings to my child. They're so smart and they know all these things. Like, they don't. You made that shit up because you want attention.
Have you seen the memes that like go against that and then like make fun of that? It's like, oh, picture of my child saying that, oh, don't spend the money to go to the doctor to get me checked out. Go ahead and put it in a college fund for me. And it's like a baby in the womb picture. Like, I'm so proud of my child for being an adult. Like, get out of here. Yeah. My 3-year-old wants to start a hedge fund. Shut the fuck
up. Yeah. Like, just be entertaining. Like, be entertaining.
Yeah. Ah! Omato! That's right. That's my boy.
This is cool, and I've kind of touched on this a little bit when we had Tommy on. And this gives us such an opportunity to either reconnect with people or get in touch with people that we just haven't talked to in a while. And it's so cool, like for me, to see a lot of, whether it's the military history or you were in multiple different states at one point, traveled a little bit, and it's cool to see this. So here's your shout out opportunity. Go ahead and get your shout out in, buddy.
I'll tell you what, me and Matto, we go on, because in the military you have funeral detail, and that funeral detail, that's some depressing shit, We'd swing by his place on the way back, have a few Coronas, and, it was a good time.
Yeah. What better way to recuperate?
Right? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. And it's so cool. And I got to experience this from the outside looking in when we were with all the rugby guys. Like, the camaraderie is just outstanding. So kudos to you guys. Thank you for your service. I feel like we are a very military friendly show.
That's right.
So thank you all who are listening, who have been or are part of the military currently. If we have a number of people listening right now, tell us what branch you were in. Tell us, a little bit about your experience. Go ahead and comment below while we're kind of moving on to our next couple questions here. So, my next question for you, as we're rolling into the new year, seems like a good question to ask at this time. What's about to get much better?
What's about to get much? Oh, okay. Attaboy. Cheers, brother.
Friend. Any friend of Rod's a friend of mine. So we're glad you guys are chiming in. Appreciate it. Perry's got a tough question for you right now.
It wasn't you because you were my boss, asshole.
So here's my goal for this show moving forward, and for the audio listeners, you don't necessarily get the same effect. I want to put Rod in positions to where I can put just him on.
I don't like it.
He gets put in uncomfortable situations. So let's make sure we're getting comments that are going to put Rod in uncomfortable situations, and we can put him on a soapbox and let him just rant. So, who did you say was your favorite, your best funeral detail partner?
It's Matto. I mean, that's it. That's Matto. Weekend duty, yeah. I mean, it was good to be on weekend duty with him. That was nice. But as far as like at work detail, that was definitely Matto. Weekend duty, yeah. Although he would come up with random shit for me to do all the time, be like, oh, hey, by the way, just in case you forgot, I need you to do this and this and this.
Oh yeah.
That's what bosses do, my man. That's what bosses do.
Yeah, that's exactly what they do.
Listen, that's about to get wild. I don't want to be a part of what's about to get So what's about to get better? For me, it's the show, because we're going to solely take opportunities to put you in uncomfortable situations moving forward. So I'm looking forward to it. Can't wait to see how that goes.
Yep. He would say that exact line, But he'd walk by my office and be like, "Hey, why you're doing nothing?" And I'd be like, "What do you mean? I'm not doing nothing. I'm doing," and I'd fumble over myself and be like, "All right, obviously you're doing nothing. So here."
Get tons of love. I love it.
Yeah, hey, awesome.
So for you, what's about to get much better?
First,
2021. Let's take 2021 as a whole. What's going to get much better in 2021?
2021. You know what? Give a shout out to my boy Joey B. Your offensive line's about to get a hell of a lot better. Zach Taylor's getting his ass fired. All right. He is going to protect you and do everything because protecting you saves his job. But for me personally, everything that's going to get better. You know what? I've got a pretty good life. I feel pretty good. I think the schooling's going to get better, man. Schooling, financially, I just lowered the interest rate on my house.
Kudos to you, by the way. Congratulations.
Feel good. Hopefully I can. Yeah. What you got?
Feel good. Play good.
Look good.
Play good. Pay good. Pay good.
Die good. Definitely die good. I got potentially got a buddy moving to Marysville potentially, so I can hang out with him. We'll see.
We will see. Yeah. I'm excited for next year. Hopefully there's a lot of things on the docket. Hopefully everything pans out like I want it to. We'll see what takes place in 2021. You don't want to talk about how you're going to be married. You got a.
Oh yeah, that too. That's going to be fun, I guess.
Wait. Say that again.
So I mean, is it really that much different if they've already been living with you for some time? I don't think so. But
that's a good point. But I mean, here's the thing. Megan and I have been talking about this, and we were like, "Holy hell!" Nelson, appreciate you chiming in with a window. He got me off my.
I'll go ahead and take this one. All right.
Yeah, that's for you. Go ahead.
What were we talking about? Hold on.
Where were we?
Oh yeah. All right. So I have I'm just curious on what the whole how marriage started. Like, someone was like, you know what? I love you so much. Let's get the government involved. Let's get the government involved. And if you ever leave me, I'm taking half your shit.
It says right here.
Right here, half your shit.
Yeah. By the way, if anything happens, thank you in advance because that is wild.
Right? Think about that for a moment.
Ways around that with prenups and stuff, but what is the point? I just want to party to celebrate that. I don't give a shit about the other stuff. I just want to have the let's all get shit faced for one night. And
more than half.
Sounds like someone had a bad experience.
But yeah.
I am excited for 2021. I think there's a lot. I know there's going to be a lot of people that are pessimistic about about the way 2021 is going to pan out. So we'll see what happens, and hopefully it's everything we want it to be.
Dude, I'm just I'm excited for tomorrow, let alone next year. You know what I mean?
That's a good point. Yeah.
Every day, you know what? Anything could happen. So you just be excited for tomorrow. Just because it's a new year, it's all right. Well, what about tomorrow? Oh, tomorrow could be fun. Who knows?
Tomorrow could be fun.
Or it could be a shithole. You don't know.
Well, yeah, we don't want people to think like that, though. So
what is it like? This is the worst day of my life. No, this is the worst day of your life so far.
That's right. Lesson learned. Oh, jeez. We'll leave that one for.
Yeah, no, throw it up. Let the people see it.
So let's get into our last question.
All right, last one. Let's go.
This might be my favorite question to date. What sport could you play the longest in a televised game without anyone discovering you are not a professional athlete?
Oh. Well, it couldn't be sprinting for sure. I feel like something like go ahead. Badminton?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could probably. I could probably fool some people in volleyball. Like I could be like, oh, okay, he's not awful.
I don't think you could.
I think I could. Well, it's because I don't have the abs. I'll spray paint them bitches on.
They're also all like 6'6", like right out of the gate to be like, that's the one. That guy. I've never played a volleyball.
Like, volleyball.
You know how hard they hit that ball though?
Like, oh yeah, I'm no good if they spike it. But if it happens to come over the net, I'll fucking get to it. Be like, wow, he's awful, but he tries really hard.
He's the best damn trier we got on this team.
Wow, it sounds like my sex life.
Does the 2 weeks this also?
Yep. That's it. Oh, dude. You give me some credit there. I'll take it.
What's that one? This is a terrible joke. Well, I'm gonna tell it anyways.
There you go.
You ever heard that joke where it's like, cornhole bags? Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. They'd know after.
I think I could get away with it.
You think? That's a good one. Yeah.
That is. This is yeah. If I'm drunk, I wish there was a way for us to show the audio only listeners the comments as they roll in. Some of them are just juicy. They get to hear this version of the comment, me going, yeah, if I'm drunk. You don't actually get to see it pop up on the screen, so unfortunate for them. But cornhole would be a good one. Now, bags. When we lived in Illinois, it was called bags. I think cornhole is this podunk area.
Okay, first of all, cornhole is sweeping the nation, and bags is not sweeping the nation. So, sorry, Illinois doesn't have.
Hey, what do you use to play cornhole? Do you use bags? Wow, that seems like a simple name.
Wow, why not cornhole? It's developed in the corn state of Ohio, and we put it in the hole.
First of all, the corn state's Nebraska. Let's get that right. They're the Nebraska Huskers for a reason, pal.
All right, do we got a lot of corn here or not?
You do.
No, we do. You are now one of us. So.
By the way, the Cincinnati shirt didn't sell like I had hoped it did.
No? What about the Rod Bod? That sell yet?
You haven't bought one? I think that shirt was very much for you to own. So, now here's the beauty of it is, so we run like the 2-week promotion on the shirts and everything, but you can still go onto the store and purchase the shirts.
That's kind of cool.
Even after the promotion has ended, you can still go on. So that link that I had scrolling earlier, that back up for you guys, you can still go on there and buy those shirts, even the ones where the promotion has ended. So if there's one that you've seen that you like, it's still available. It basically just restarts the promotion if you purchase it. But I did like the Rodbot shirt. I'm not going to wear it because if I hang out with you and I'm wearing it, it's sends a very weird signal, I think, to the party, everyone involved. So if it's just you and I hanging out, maybe I wear it. Maybe I do.
You're trying to send me some signals, bud.
If you want
then you'll drink this beer.
By the way, you commented last show, I believe, or maybe the one before, about how the intro is the one where you're holding 4 beers.
Yeah, that's
4 empty beers, by the way, in your 2 hands. So it is an absolute. How many are you on now? It's a full representation of what the show.
All right, listen, I stopped drinking around the 45-minute mark because I realized I had 4 beers. So I need to. Obviously, I need more beers, but I don't want to stop. We don't have a guest. I can't just leave. So leave you to your own devices. That'd be awful.
Yeah, it does get. There's only so much I can talk to myself about. But so So cornhole. You really think volleyball? You honestly think volleyball?
You know what? Out of all the sports, Perry's got a good idea. Beer drinking team, like the beer Olympics. I think I could, like they. I
think
might be a professional in that though, so I don't know.
I think you and Griff might be like the anchors for the USA team if I had to guess. Like in
Yeah, you
beer
know
garden.
what? Yeah, we should definitely look into that.
You got to make sure you turn the boot when it hits that bubble. That you can
My and one of my friends, Bruce, he's actually in the wedding, so you'll meet him. He's great. He told me about this like organization where they run like long distances, but they drink beer like along the way. Like you run a half mile, you have to chug a beer, then you run a half mile, chug 2 beers, or like you run through town and you stop at each bar and you drink beers. I'm like, that sounds like something I could get into.
So that's kind of something we discussed when we lived in Delaware. Is
Mhm.
we always talk about running in town, and we're like, we'll just swing by Barley Hopsters and grab a brew. By the way, we haven't talked about. I can't believe we haven't talked about Barley Hopsters yet.
Ooh, B-Hop.
Barley Hopsters is a fairly local, not so much anymore that we're not in that apartment, but
Yep.
it's a fairly local. They sell microbrews and stuff like that, and craft beers, and they have. It's a cool place to go hang out. You can sit down at a bar and drink there too,
Mm-hmm.
and that's actually one of the sponsors of the rugby team, the Marysville Rhinos rugby
Yep.
team, and the company there is awesome too. The couple vets, if I'm not mistaken, own that place as well.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go, Bob sledding. Let's go. That's a brilliant idea. Jumping a sled into the bulletproof. You'll never know. You have a clue.
What is it? The USA Olympic team just looks like a bunch of dads that tried to get away from their wives for the weekend and somehow ended up on the team.
Or like curling. You could probably get away with curling.
Yeah,
as long
that'd
as
be
you're
good.
not as long as you're not like the scooter guy.
Yeah.
Your aim might be a little off, but if you're just one of the broom guys, you could probably do it.
Yeah, but you probably think so. Oh, okay. I was gonna say back to Barley Hopsters. Like, yeah, I don't know if they're veteran owned, but I know there are veterans that work there, and like they're phenomenal. They always got rugby going on. The owner's cool as shit. I mean, he comes down to some of the rugby tournaments with us and everything too. And hey, I think it's Brian Hopster. I want to say is the owner. Hey, if you want to start putting your logo up, buddy, give us a holler. We'll get you on up here.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good. We'll go ahead and wrap it up there for today. Is there any additional person that you would like to give a shout out to before we wrap it up?
No, I think I'm good. I think we hit all of our comments pretty good. I think if we start getting too many more comments, we're going to have to – we may not be able to hit them all, but that's awesome. I love the interactivity, so.
Yeah, and that was a lot of what we were missing early on in the show.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't do live versions. We used to just do YouTube videos, and then we started doing YouTube and audio. We got rid of the YouTube audio only. Now we're back to it. We kind of found a simple way that where we can do both, which is really lovely. And this is what we were craving from the start, was the interaction. We were like begging people, please review, please leave comments, and to be able to do it in real time is something that I know certainly brings energy for us.
Oh, absolutely.
But like I said, we'll go ahead and wrap it up there for today. Great episode. Again, make sure you're sharing our video, whether you share it on Facebook, whether you go grab the YouTube link and share that. We want to reach as many people, and if people like it as much as you guys do, Matto, am I saying that right? Matto. We appreciate the love, and Joe, we appreciate the love, and in with us every week. We want to be able to do that for as many people as we can. So
that's right.
Make sure you're sharing the link, and let's grow this. Let's all be part of the Idiot Army. That's the
Idiot Army.
Idiot Army. That's what I'm hoping to start. I don't think it's going to pick up any traction, but let's see what we can do. But thanks again for everybody who has been watching, and as always, out of my Funkle mug, Cheers.
Cheers.